Hello Tom, got your brake booster finished. Before the machine gets turned on and makes some noise, we'll go over a few things on the booster. This little weep hole right here is your first line of defense, or to tell you when the booster is starting to leak internally. You want to monitor that and make sure there's nothing coming out of there, and what that does is let you know it's starting to leak before the brake fluid starts to leak into the vacuum can and gets sucked into the intake manifold. Also, we're going to check our bleed screws, make sure they're not leaking, and you don't need to use this bleed screw on the slave cylinder to bleed the brakes. Just use this one. Start here, do a lap around the car, and then do this one last, and you should be ready to go. This is a test port right here, and that connects to this gauge right here. So we got our two vacuum gauges. When the machine is turned on, the vacuum pump is going to pull the gauges will indicate what the vacuum pump is doing, and then as the booster is activated, this gauge goes to 0. So when the booster is fully activated, this hits 0. And this is the gauge, this is the port that you can test your booster yourself. All you got to do is remove the little screw right here, put a vacuum gauge in here while the car is idling, and then press on the brakes and watch the gauge go to 0. And that'll tell you that your booster is working. And at the same time, this gauge will stay constant, which is the term it's used for it, and that's what the vacuum pump on the test machine is producing. And that's one side of the vacuum diaphragm, and this is the other side of the vacuum diaphragm. Over here on the hydraulic side, we've got the input. Both gauges are tied together. This gauge goes up, maxes out, and this gauge goes up and maxes out and reads what the input pressure is as supplied by the test machine. So this is going to max out at 350. Output is what the booster is doing, and again the gauges are tied together. This one's going to go up, max out, and this gauge will read final output pressure. Now then, without any vacuum on it, I'll show you that the booster is inert without any vacuum going to it. Whatever goes into the booster comes out of the booster. See, we got 350 in, 350 out, 350 out. Again, without vacuum, the booster is inert. It just passes the brake fluid through it. Now we're going to hit with a vacuum and check the booster. Over here, here's our pressures. What I'm doing is turning this knob to release pressure. Now we're under pressure, we check all our leak points. We cover the vacuum. There we go. I'll try to get a picture of everything at one time. And this is the handle that I'm doing to energize or activate the master cylinder inside the booster. Inside the test unit. Okay. Got a good booster for you.